All right. I think we are live. Hello, JR. Hey, Manletopia. Yeah.
Chandler, Manletopia. Hello, fellas.
Outlaw. Hey. Yeah, I don't know what's going on right now. I just saw a little bit of a stream that I have no fucking idea what's going on. It just seems like a bunch of the same. That's been going on for months and months. Anyway, we have Angler here, who is back from his trip from the Underworld. I think he got tired.
Back from the dead.
I think he got tired of the crazy bitch demons clawing at him. So, what the hell's been happening, dude?
Quite a bit. Just quite a bit. I don't really want to talk about that right now, if that's okay.
Okay, yeah. I actually have a ton of questions for you.
Okay, go for it.
So, because it seemed like you kind of got sucked in to a crazy bitch smear campaign that started way before you even came to this channel. And I'm curious because I don't quite understand how crazy bitches can get a man to come after me. Now, I've had it happen like in the blackosphere, and I've seen that they use like racism as a fear-mongering tactic. But like with you, you're a straight white man, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I noticed with Truth Seeker, one of the crazy bitches lied to him and saying that like I was plotting to murder her or something. So I feel like that kind of initiated some kind of protection response. And he kind of liked this particular crazy bitch. So he went on a tirade coming after this channel and guys that come to this channel. But I want to kind of explore what happens in that kind of situation, like what it was like for you, because you used to come to this channel
Yep.
In the beginning of the year. So what happened?
Yep. Oh Christ. I don't know. I mean, I think it came down to a point where I thought I knew more than I did. And, I didn't know how to, or again, I thought I knew how to recognize red flags, which I do, but also at the same time, I'm still ignoring them. So,
right.
And, I'm just, and it's not even that I wanted a romantic relationship with this person. It was just kind of like a friendship type deal. And holy shit. I mean, my goodness. This is and if I'm not mistaken, you warned me about her.
Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah. Okay.
I tried a couple times. Like when I first saw that she was commenting and you were responding, I was like, dude, that's a crazy bitch on my list. Don't. And I think you were already like super like anti-GM in that anti-GM campaign where you were like, fuck you, bitch. Like, I can't believe a word you say because,
I'm so sorry about that, but I also don't want to make this about that. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah. I do remember you telling me, dude, don't go there.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I wish I had listened. But then again.
So So something that I've been struggling with for months, because I've been seeing all of this shit unfold, and I've been watching specific people go places and, spread crazy bitch mind virus and infect other people, and watching them go infect other people. Like I was getting frustrated at one point because it was getting really out of hand. I'm like, why isn't anybody telling you? Why isn't anybody like telling you what's going on, like the truth of what the hell's going on? Like, I didn't understand that. And I know I saw a few people try to tell you, but you didn't seem very open to listening.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. That's a good topic. Yeah.
Like, what could have, what would you have listened to at that point?
Well, anybody, I just wanted somebody to come and explain to me, or, well, not explain, but just, you know what? Fuck, I don't know. Obviously, it didn't work. Whatever was going on with that dynamic did not work.
Right.
But yeah, I wanted people, with the stuff that I said, and from what you're saying right now, you heard some things, and yeah, I wanted some people to come and talk to me, and but I just went about it the wrong way, and but yeah, I mean, I really wanted them to, come and meet in the middle and have a conversation, but it doesn't always work that way, and I went about it the wrong way, so.
You were convinced. You were convinced Manletopia was my son.
I was.
At
Yes.
first,
Yes.
like we all thought that was funny at first, and then of course Manletopia started trolling about it and kind of feeding the crazy bitch delusion. But
yeah, I was convinced. I was.
yeah,
And I feel like such a goddamn dumbass about that. But you know where that came from. So,
yes.
But Jesus Christ Almighty. And I'll tell you this much. Okay. I don't want to go too much into this, or unless we break it up into parts, just to keep everything safe. That when I talked to the lieutenant of the police department, he said that she has a history of mental illness, and yeah. So, guys, I don't even want to say I'm sorry, just because that's not enough. But she fucking hates everybody.
Yeah. Oh, I know. She's a miserable cunt. She is an old ass feminist who already wasted her life. She lives with her mid-80s dad in the middle of fucking nowhere and has nothing better to do than come online and cause problems.
Instead of something positive. Yes.
Yeah.
However, I think she should be given, a little space, because she is completely hold on. Because she is mentally ill. Okay. Mental illness, it's not a joke. It's a real thing. So, however, that does not give her the right to come in here and do this. But okay, so I said it she's allowed her space, but you know, if she's just gonna fucking keep coming at you, I have phone numbers and stuff like that for anybody listening. If she's fucking with you too hard, and you can call in and report her to the same person, and then possibly maybe some intervention will happen. I don't know. I don't think she belongs in jail.
No, I think she belongs in a fucking loony bin, very highly medicated with zero internet. That's where she belongs.
Oh yeah, she does not need access to the internet. Jesus Christ Almighty! Think about what she would do if she lived in a city. She might be like, I'm really into true crime. Okay, so she lives out in the sticks with her dad.
Mm-hmm.
But think about if she lived in a city where she could just go roam, instead of roaming here, with whatever. Yeah, she'd fucking kill somebody. I promise you she would.
She seems really antisocial. So I think she does what she does on the internet because she can't have any real relationships in real life. So she's probably burned every bridge. She reminds me a lot of my mom, actually. Like her behavior, her crazy bitch patterns, her techniques. Like I grew up watching my mom do that shit with people. So I'm very well aware what crazy bitches look like. That's like when I see one that's like extra dangerous and malicious and malevolent, I'm like, you guys stay the fuck away from her, because online is a playground for women, for one. I mean, it's a space where they're kind of a bit more outclassed when it comes to manipulation and all that kind of stuff. Like,
yeah,
it's a perfect stomping ground for predators, and that's kind of like I felt kind of bad and a little guilty that you got sucked into this shit, because the only reason that she predated upon you was because you came to this channel. Like, I've been dealing with this crazy bitch for over 2 years. Like, she's part of my crazy bitch baggage that I've collected over the duration of my internet.
2 years. How do you manage all this shit? I mean, just that one, okay? Elspeth Meyer, just that one.
Yeah.
Fucking exhausted me. And I know you've got a whole lot more than that.
Yeah. Well, see, they're able to get to you guys more than they are me. Like, they can't penetrate my emotions. Like, these are little emotional terrorists, right? Like, they want to garner good emotions or negative emotions out of people. And they can't really do that with me because I don't give a fuck about them one way or another. So they can't elicit emotional responses from me, which they wish they could, because that would feed their little gross little appetite. But they go after guys that come here.
My goodness, I reckon.
Yeah, they've been crawling around. They've been crawling around the space for a while, and I've watched them go into like various different MGTOW channels and start problems and start infighting between guys. Like, because you left this channel because I did take your wrench away one night because you wouldn't stop fucking timing out somebody.
I remember. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, because there's a period of time where you started getting pretty aggressive with guys on this channel. Now, was she already talking to you at that point? Like, I wondered if she was part of instrumentalizing that too, or what that was about.
I don't really think that we should bring up the details of what happened that night on your channel. I think that's already been talked about, and hopefully everything will just simmer down with that. But the latter part of what you said, yeah, I'm sure she probably did, but I don't know. I mean, I just know that I was posting videos, and this Elspeth person was showing up in my channel, in the comments, and she seemed to have a like a unique or very off the wall sense of humor,
Right.
and I was like, okay, okay, and in this woke world that we live in now, it's hard to find a good sense of humor, and her sense of humor was just nuts, and that's pretty much how it took off.
Yeah. So it was her sense of humor that attracted you.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Billy said, I think if you're a guy that and have a kid, that makes you more appealing to target. I actually agree with Billy on that, especially for this crazy bitch who didn't have any children. She really, she's like that witch that tries to lure the children to her cabin so she can eat them. What is that witch called?
That's a good point.
Gosh, she's that crazy bitch.
Yep.
Yeah.
I almost went too far there. Billy, is that Billy the goat?
Yeah, Billy the goat.
Hey, buddy. I can't see you in the chat, but yeah. All right. But yeah, this was I'll tell you what, Mandy. I thought I've seen crazy at certain points in my life, and I've seen a lot of it. I mean, you already know,
Yeah.
before any of this shit. But I have never seen this level of it. I mean,
yeah.
This is fucking nuts.
I believe you, actually. I believe you. This level of crazy is not very common. I mean, this is as pretty much as crazy can get. Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to go, diagnosing or anything like that, but when I would be on the phone with her, and I would say something that wasn't even, offensive or anything like that, she would flip the fuck out, hang up, not before, giving me a tongue lashing and telling me how much of a piece of a shit I am and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, all right. But, it was borderline type stuff. But also, I want to touch on these multiple accounts that she has, and the multiple accounts that she creates just to go and do what she does. I mean, what do you think about that?
She's just it's she's so alone that she needs a group of people to be a part of, right? Because she's not actually a welcomed part of any group that's already out there. So it's like her own it's trying to give off the impression that there's more people that agree with her. So
well,
I just see it as multiple of her crazy bitch personalities. Like when I watch her talk to herself, like with these multiple accounts, it's only to give off a perception that she's not alone in doing this.
That was the next thing. You beat me to it.
Well, and I watched her. She'll use one account for a specific kind of, personality or character, and then she'll use another account. Like she plays this pet stab game. I don't know how else to fucking put it. Like she'll do some love bombing. She'll do some ego stroking to get people close to her. and then she'll fucking stab them. So I actually saw her with 3 different accounts on your channel at one point in time, like 2 of them talking to each other, and then like one of them was complimenting you and saying how you were just amazing, and then the other account she was talking shit to you. Like it's weird. I don't quite get it, but she has way too much time on her hands. Like when her dad passes away, she's going to be completely alone. And she did that to herself. She has no friends. She has probably family that probably tolerate her because she's family. But she knows deep down that these people don't give a flying fuck about her. So she's ultimately alone.
I don't know if it's even, her having too much time on her hands. But yes, I have seen this. She will sit there. She will post a video. Mm-hmm. You've seen this. This is exactly what you were just talking about. She will post a video and then comment in her section with her other sub channels.
Mm-hmm.
Those are her comments. And there was a guy in here. I don't remember the channel name. And, even if I could, I probably shouldn't, mention it here. People will find it. But he talked about it, that maybe there's, some schizophrenia or something going on there. And that makes sense to me, when she's creating all these channels and then talking to herself within these channels. Okay. Maybe. Or she's just being a dickhead. Who knows?
She's just being a crazy bitch. I don't really care about all the different personality defects that a lot of people have under the crazy bitch umbrella. All the different cluster B personality disorders. Like none of that matters to me, because for one, I think a lot of that shit is wrong to just classify one of these crazy bitches in said category, because every one that I've ever seen that I would consider personality disordered, they all lie. They're all, trying to perpetuate this false self to the world. Mm-hmm. And if anybody contradicts them or calls them out on anything, they will switch from one kind of cluster B to another to try to still achieve their goal. And that is pulling
shit. Yep.
They
fuck out.
They cycle between all these different things. So that's like,
so what do you think?
What?
Oh, sorry. No, go ahead.
I forgot what I was going to say. What do I think about what?
I was going to ask if there was anybody waiting in the backstage.
No, I didn't drop the link for this.
Okay. All right.
Are you done talking about your experience? I have more questions.
Oh, no. Shit. I can talk all night.
Okay.
You forgot. But okay. All right. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Eventually, once you learn about, cluster bees and all this stuff, really, in real time, it just comes down to behavior. Mm-hmm. And if you don't like that behavior, okay, that's a red flag. Okay, push that behavior away.
Mm-hmm.
Put yourself at a distance from that. But yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, see, I don't have as much sympathy for these crazy bitches as a lot of other people do. I mean, I understand mental illness very well. And I've seen firsthand that it only takes place when there is a lack of consequences for doing so. And our society rewards these fucking people, so they get worse. there was real life consequences for what these people are doing, they would stop.
You know what, Mandy? I was still reluctant to have trust in you, but you just said it. The societal aspect. I trust you.
Well, you shouldn't
Not
trust
that
anyone.
a gift or anything. Okay. but yeah, okay. All right. It's holy shit, you know.
Oh, here
When
you
you
go. Yeah.
Rusty. What do you say?
He said, I know you're
I know
ninja
you-
watching, Elspeth. With the middle finger.
No, I'm not. I called the fucking cops on her because I want her to fucking leave me alone.
Oh, she watches every one of my streams, Angler.
I know.
Did you know
She's
that?
watching right now. She's
Yeah.
watching right now.
Oh, she
Yep.
is. She's so pissed. She's
Hi.
pissed that she can no longer get you to fight with other dudes. I mean, me, I didn't really care about so much, but watching you go at other dudes that only tried to help you, that was sad.
I know. And yeah, I know. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So
Well, so what was it about? Because there was a point where you were, and I could hear it in your videos. There was a point where you were just fucking mad and like hated me. Where did that come from?
I don't know. And that's honest. I really don't know.
Because it didn't really sound like your anger. I know that might sound weird, but like I've heard it out of a couple other people that got, I call it crazy bitch infected, like the white knights that, you know, started out not having a problem with me, that like all of a sudden, like they come up and they have a serious fucking problem and they're angry. I'm like, where did that come from exactly? Because it doesn't sound like their anger. It almost sounds like it's somebody else's anger that is coming through you.
Well, this happened well before Elspeth, but Mandy, honestly, and I mean this honestly, I don't know where that came from. I think that you know, I was getting into fights with guys here and stuff like that, and I don't know, you know, maybe I just turned myself sideways and said, okay, here's this thing that I can purge and go back into the ring. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know that it's not right.
Yeah.
That's not right. I mean, that would be terrible advice to give to anybody, but
Or to find a punching bag? Actually, Pete Walker talks about that, angering, you know, as being a healthy form of getting stuff out.
yeah. So, but Mandy, right here on record, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm sorry you got sucked into something that wasn't your fucking goal. So these crazy bitches, their goal is to destroy my channel and destroy this platform so men can't fucking come together and talk anymore.
They just
That's
want to destroy anything in their path.
yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is. I mean, if they destroyed your channel, if they destroyed MGTOW, if they destroyed whatever, they're constantly on the lookout for something to destroy. That's
well, and I noticed that when people are laughing and having a good time, they hate that the most, and they want to destroy that.
Let's have a good laugh then. Okay.
Right?
All right. Well, we'll find one here in a minute, but I'm sure it will eventually happen. Yep. How's everybody in the chat?
Everybody in the chat looks good. Mad Mike's here. Absolute Knowledge Seekers here. Hey, by the way, was there some? Did you guys get over your stuff? You and Absolute?
He and I have never had a talk. No.
Oh.
Maybe we should. I'm open, brother. So.
Billy said if they can't create, they want to destroy. Ooh. You know what? And that might be a natural progression for women that never had children. I think, because I've seen that a lot with these older feminists that, you know, drank the Kool-Aid and put the family off, and then they ran out of time, and then they became so damn insufferable that nobody would want to be around them. They all have that in common. They want to destroy stuff.
That makes sense for sure. Yep.
Oh, yep. Reviving Real News is here. That's another one that I've never spoke to in my life, but seems to have a lot to say.
Reviving is a good guy. He's a good guy, and he's a very loud voice for the manosphere. Yeah, he's a good dude. Yep.
All right, Rusty.
Rusty Rivers is
Rusty's a good
one of
dude.
the most open-minded. Huh? Wrong, Rusty?
No, Rusty's a good dude.
Oh yeah, he is. Yep. He's okay. All right. Next subject, ma'am.
Well, I just kind of wanted to know what it was like getting sucked into a crazy bitch smear campaign and coming out on the other side of it.
Well, you know what it was? I ended up feeling like a complete dumbass because I thought I had everything figured out, you know, all the red flags and everything like that. And once again, I ended up the idiot. So that's what it felt like in a nutshell. There's a lot more to it, and then I've never dealt with this amount of abuse and, you know, stuff like this that is going on, which has seemed to settle down because I think she got contacted by the cops. I mean, they didn't go, you know, I didn't want her drug out of her house, you know, in handcuffs or anything like that.
You keep saying that, but that's exactly what the fuck that crazy bitches need. Seriously. They are
I know.
criminals, Angler. If she was going around physically assaulting people, she would be treated that way. Why isn't emotional assault treated that way? Why do you guys have a problem with women getting held accountable? Because you know what? That's exactly why women don't get held accountable in our society. Because you guys fucking feel sorry for them.
Well, I
And
got
they
an
get
answer for
away
that
with
too.
it.
It's
Okay,
because
please tell me.
men are conditioned to not feel that way. You know, when men are in need or whatever or in pain, you know, we're conditioned to not ask for help. That's just how it's gone, you know, up to this point. You know, I don't know what else you would like me to say. I mean, I'll try, but
I just, I think I struggle with men being way too lenient on these crazy bitches because this specific crazy bitches that I talk about are the worst of the worst. Okay, these are the ones that literally want you dead, and they're everywhere. Okay, like Elspeth is not fucking special in this. She is.
oh
She
no,
has that
I'll tell
much
you what,
fucking resentment.
she
So
wants me. She wants
yeah.
me dead.
Oh yeah. No, I know. Like just like Miss Elite, like she literally wants guys to off themselves. That's what they want. She's another one that graced your channel with her presence. Like these crazy bitches are that fucked up. Now, people that are a danger to society, we usually sort out, right? As a society, that's why we have a police department, that's why we have institutions to keep those people away because they are a danger to society. I don't see anything more dangerous out there than these crazy bitches literally emotionally abusing and terrorizing guys to then go fight with other guys to then cause all this drama and chaos. Like, I see that as way more destructive than any physical fucking violence that we have in our society because that happens everywhere. And the crazy bitches that start this shit never get held accountable.
I think that's a great point because you know I just experienced it.
Yeah.
Well, I just told you, you know, before we started this up, the detective said he basically said, you know, fuck off. You know, maybe she got a phone call from
Right.
the police department saying, "Hey, leave this guy alone." But they never went out there with, you know, any kind of paperwork or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you're exactly right.
Yeah, there's not really a lot on the books as far as laws go for this kind of terrorism. The only laws that I've seen comparable are in like family court, and still they blame the shit on men.
Mhm.
But still, it's there. Like the legal stuff
Yeah.
is there. It's just not structured properly.
But that's one thing we got to remember too. You know, it's not the cops' part to. I mean, they have to understand a lot of what law is, but not law as in the courts. You know, the cops are out there to do one thing. Okay, if you're brought in or you know served papers or something like that, okay,
Mm-hmm.
they did their job. But it's the fucking courts. Um, these cocksuckers are they're fucking out of hand. They're out of. I mean, I'm gonna stop there because I'm getting kind of mad. But
Mm.
yeah, the courts don't. the courts are biased. Okay, they are biased when they are not supposed to be. And I, being a thinking man, I have to think that once they're sworn in as a judge, I have to imagine that part of that swearing in has to be about them not being biased.
Right.
So, but they are. So, okay, I'll shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, everything's gynocentric, isn't it?
I don't know if everything is, but I think the important aspects are becoming that way. And I don't know, Mandy. I mean, obviously, all of us around here know each other to a certain extent, and we just want to chill. But
One question though, okay, so this guy I haven't been able to figure out. That Q dude, who is that guy? Because the first time I ever noticed his channel existed was the night that you came to Contriver's channel to question me or whatever about why I was on his channel. That was the first night, and he came to my live stream and was like, "Oh, I sent Angler your way. Thank you for talking to him," or something. Like, who is that guy?
He's actually okay. He's not MGTOW or anything like that. He just likes to talk about philosophy and certain things, and he also has his own battles, like all of us within here. And but Mandy, I know that he offended you, and I remember that to a T. Right now, I remember how all that went down. But
yeah,
he's okay. He's all right.
Okay. I wasn't sure where he came from and how he got pulled into all of this. Because I saw him on a few channels literally talking shit about me. I'm like, I don't even know this dude. Like, what?
Actually, I met him through the whole you remember when Taylor Made Man pulled that on Benchen?
Yeah.
That's how I met him. And he and I were going back and forth for a while. And there was one other guy who I'm not going to name since he's not brought up. We're not going to name drop or anything. Yeah. But yeah, that's how I ended up meeting Q.
Okay.
And I don't see Taylor Made Man on his channel anymore. I don't even look at Taylor Made Man anymore.
Yeah. No, he's a Miss Elite White Knight, big time.
Yeah.
Like his happy birthday Miss Elite video, I was just like, oh, he's playing my queens with Miss Elite. I mean, but when I look at these dudes, I'm like, wow, he's being literally a puppet.
Yep.
A crazy bitch puppet. That's what I'm trying to like get to the bottom of. Like, why some of these guys, why they puppet crazy bitchery? Because I know that's something you were pissed off at me for saying like a couple months ago. I'm like, you literally sound like Scorpthought and Alice. Like, why are you being a white knight for these crazy bitches? Because the stuff that was coming out of your mouth, I already heard from these crazy bitches. Like, it came from them. So I'm like, how does this even fucking happen, Angler? How do you become... How does one become a crazy bitch white knight puppet?
I don't know, because everything's so fucking crazy.
Right.
Maybe that's why a lot of us become celibate monks. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that question. I don't. I mean, be- that's an individual question. That's something you have to ask each and every person that you talk to on why they are who they are, with what you said.
Hmm. Well, that's not very helpful. Can you elaborate?
Yeah, we're
Okay.
individuals.
Okay. Why did you become a crazy bitch puppet? Maybe you could speak from your lived experience.
A crazy. Okay,
A,
first you have to tell me what a crazy bitch puppet is.
a crazy bitch white knight puppet. Yeah. How does a guy in your position take some words that some crazy bitches made up and attempt to assassinate one's character? How does one take on those words and then spread them? Like
Conditioning.
conditioning?
Yes. From childhood on through, even, as smart as you think you are, you know, all the work that you're putting into it, everything that you think you're doing well. And then, goddamn, you know, something breaks off and you fall in the water. And
Mm.
it's conditioning. Um, now, I'm not saying that should be an excuse or anything like that whatsoever, but it's conditioning. It's hard to break that thing in your brain. It's hard to redirect. As smart as you think you are,
Right.
you know what I mean? Um, so, I mean, and that's just me personally. I'm not speaking for anybody else. But yeah, that's where it comes from.
Hmm. So you're already primed to be
Yes.
recruited.
Yes. Over and over and over again. Yep. And apparently not learning my lesson. But, each time I learn something new, but it's just like, Jesus Christ, how much more learning do I have to do? So, but yeah, I guess that's the best answer that I can give.
Hmm. Yeah, I noticed that these crazy bitches really target really vulnerable people. And I think you're right about the conditioning thing. Also, people tend to be a bit more vulnerable if they have some kind of dependency, like drug or alcohol or something, because they can actually use shit like that to their advantage.
Mm-hmm. Mandy, you're starting to cut out.
Am I?
I guess we'll just keep talking and see if it shuts off or not. But yeah, you're right. Yes, yes. You're talking about predatory people,
Mm-hmm.
and substance abuse, stuff like that. It Yeah. I try to think about the world in a philosophical way, and so yeah, okay, you got these weak people out here that were once strong, or maybe they were never strong, but you got these goddamn vultures
Yes. Vultures. Turkey vultures is a good one. It's a perfect
But
analogy.
these, oh, Shiza, you're still breaking up.
Am I? Are you sure it's
How do
not
you
on
feel
your end?
about, it could be, I don't know. I'm just on my phone. Oh, shit. Okay. How do you feel about, bringing somebody else in here?
Do you want somebody else to come in here? Do you want absolute knowledge seekers to come in here? I haven't been paying
I
much
think that would
attention
probably
to the
be some
chat.
good.
Yeah. He said something about a tag team stream. Him and Frost versus a Manly and Angler. I don't know what that's about.
If this cuts off, it's because of
Okay, I don't
technical
really want
stuff.
to. I don't really want fighting right now.
I'm not going to fight. No. The only thing that I will do with him is apologize.
How about Billy?
No, now we're good. I'll tell you what, for being a small town, the sirens run all night long.
Yeah, that might be something that you guys.
Oh, shit. Here it goes again.
Yeah, my dogs can actually hear those sirens through my headphones.
You heard him?
Yeah, they heard them.
So, absolute knowledge. Are you cool? Come on in, bro. I will apologize and, let's move forward.
All right. Here, I'll send it to your Discord.
Shiza.
Absolute. Yeah, I'll drop it. Apparently my Discord isn't working or something. Oh, yeah. I think I'm going to too. Dug in cover. I don't know what all has happened between you guys, but I know Crazy Bitchery was responsible for it.
It was somebody being a vegetarian. And, it was a fight that I should not have involved myself in. Is what it was. It was a fight between two people but I put my 2 cents in, and I shouldn't have done that. So, but unfortunately, I'm pretty good at doing that. Billy.
McTow forever. I'm not going to let you up. Not yet. Hello, Absolute.
What's up?
Hey.
All right, let's do this. Whatever this
Um,
fucking stupid shit that's been going on. I don't know. And there's more than one topic, and there's more than one thing. It's not just this old ass feminist bitch, or that fucking meat eating shit with a manly. It's probably even more than that. So what did you want to touch on first, Angler? You said you
You
want
cut
to
out there for a
apologize.
minute.
You said you want
You're
to
still cutting
apologize.
out. Hold on.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm cutting out on your end. I don't know. I think everybody else heard. I don't know.
Yeah, I think my phone's fucking up. But
And what did you want to apologize
okay,
about exactly?
for butting in on your argument with A Manly and
All right, fine. All right, fine. But
hold on, and spouting off at the mouth. I'm sorry for that. Okay.
all right, fine. All right, fine. I can accept that. But it seems like the reason why it kind of went south is because because something happened between you and a Manly. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. With the blocking. I think Jr. said that he blocked him. I think I don't know what happened between you and a Manly, but I can accept that. But
Mm-hmm. Nothing really happened between me and Manly, and as far as I know, there was no blocking or anything like that. It's just, you're up in here, and you saw what I did, and it just got crazy for a minute. So
the whole world, is going to complete shit. We don't need some we don't need some weak vegan fucking pussies to defend the world from fucking all out annihilation with fucking Klaus Schwab and the WEF. We don't need this pussy vegan shit. And I'll say that to anybody and their mother. That's my message.
okay.
And so that's the vegan shit. What's this shit? So what's this shit with with this old ass fucking feminist fucking lady?
God, please don't make me say it over. Please don't make me say it over. Not again. She's gone. Hopefully, done with. Over. I'm sure she'll come back. I mean, but anyway, it came down to calling the cops, and when I talked to the cops, they said mind you, we live 15 fucking 100 miles apart from each other. But the cops told me, she's on file for having mental problems, and she's also been in trouble for being a cyber bully and stuff like that. So that's pretty much what's going on with her.
Don't lie to me though. You wanted a piece of that ass, bro. You
No,
wanted a
I
piece of
didn't.
that six. You wanted a
No.
piece of that 60-year-old ass, bro. Don't lie. Don't lie to me, Angler.
Hey! I'm trying to make friends with you again.
All right,
No.
fine. All right.
All right.
I don't even know what this chick looks like, but I mean, what wasn't there this whole thing with? It wasn't just this fucking old lady. It was. I think there's a few other people involved, but it's not that important. That's just.
No.
I'm just. That's just a whole bunch of
Mm-hmm.
stirred up. It's just a whole bunch of other shit, But I don't know. Yeah. Because there's a lot of people. There's very few people that have zero enemies or have very minimal enemies. Because this whole fucking thing is very messy. This whole, and everybody I know out here, it's like, it's not like it's even, it's not like it's evenly on one sided, because like I'm friends with this guy who doesn't like this guy, but this guy also doesn't like somebody that I don't like, and it's kind of fucking messy. with with a lot of people that I know. Like for example, like I think Bullets and Brandon. I think Bullets and Brandon have a thing, and then it's complete. It's a fucking mess for the most part.
It's fucking exhausting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know what you're saying.
Like, I'm friends with this guy, but this guy doesn't like this guy, and I can't be friends with this guy, because he doesn't like this guy, and it's like, it's or I
Well,
can't
you
be
know what?
friends.
I guarantee you're going to agree with me after I explain this. It's becoming fucking feminized. Everybody's acting like. Well, I should hold on. Not everybody. Some people are acting like women, and we just need to set our shit aside and get back to the basics and realize that this place is for men, and
And then there's Mandy,
hi, Mandy.
and then there's GM.
Yeah, and my channel has never been a Manosphere channel or a MGTOW channel. I mean, I appreciate guys coming here to have adult conversations, but I am not part of any ideology. I am not part of any community. My main target is feminism, the universities, and psychology, because that is my lane. Female accountability. So,
Yeah, Klaus Schwab is trying to starve us out, according to multiple sources. There's.
I've seen all about Klaus Schwab and all that stuff, but let's keep it to the subject that matter here.
Yeah, you fucking jumped on some 60-year-old fucking whoever the fuck you jumped on some 60-year-old's bandwagon. I don't understand that. I mean, were you friends with her? Like, how did she even get your info?
I was trying to build a friendship. I thought I met somebody cool, and I was trying to build a friendship, and it just went on from there. And she saw it for Jesus Christ. She was a fucking psycho, bro. I mean, just
Yeah.
and
Well, she's a fucking nobody in the middle of bumfuck, from what I heard, and I don't get it, and I don't know. I would, shit, man.
it's
I don't know.
it's pretty interesting on how so many people know about her. Like just what you said. She's somebody in the middle of bumfuck. Yeah, that's where she's at. And I've heard several things like that about her.
And now she's known. And now she's known because she did some stupid underhanded shit, and now she
yeah,
is known.
she, you know what?
Fuck that bitch.
She doxed me and my son. Yes, fuck that bitch.
Fuck that bitch.
Fuck. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on past that. I mean, if she shows up here, she's getting a very hard fist to her face. So, I'm not trying to control the conversation or anything, but I don't want to talk about that anymore.
Okay. So now, what's gonna be your main message moving forward?
I don't have one yet because
yeah. Okay.
I have not done and gone what I have to do yet. So I don't have a message at this point in time.
Yeah, I mean, because I remember you were talking about, I remember you said, oh, I remember you talked about me. I remember you were like, oh, you ain't helping people, you ain't spreading the message, dude. I mean, dude. I mean, Klaus Schwab. I mean, dude. I mean, the fucking WEF and Klaus Schwab and all these people are, are plotting some shit. Supposedly, I don't know. I wasn't fucking there, but, but supposedly there's a whole bunch of fucking, sick globalist shit I'm about to happen, and my message is not to say, oh, you know, oh, listen, man. We know that most women are hoes. Oh, listen, man. We know, we understand female nation and hypergamy and a lot of women out here, and the narrative is to be a dirty 304. I'm sick of, I don't really need to come on here, every single day and say, there are a lot of women out here, a bunch of, dirty 304s. That's, that message has been beaten, that fucking, that that's some 2017 shit. Saying, hey, you know what? Let's stop simping. Let's stop being a bunch of simps and call these, dirty 304s, what the fuck they are. That's 2017 shit. Now it's hey, we're moving towards digital currency and this jab crap, and there's a whole bunch of more stuff to talk about than that's where my channel's going. That's where my channel's going. It's not so much, I can come on and call women, a bunch of dirty 304s, for hours at a time, but it's just pointless. It's that horse has been
It is.
beaten.
I agree. I believe that's yeah, I agree, man. I mean, excuse me. I agree with that. Now, if you would like to know about my current future plans, I would be happy to explain those to you.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Why not?
Okay. Selling off a lot of my shit and going into a long-term rehab, like 60, 90 days, something like that.
60. What's happening? 60 days? Oh, it was 60 days.
Oh, no. I've already been through a medical detox, it's
Okay.
alcohol. Okay. And every day is a day to not drink. And but there's also, there's all this mental stuff and stuff like that. And so but I know my patterns, and I know if I don't go and take care of myself, it's just going to happen over and over and over and over until it kills me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
Probably,
so how long have you
maybe
been?
not.
So how long have you been? Hitting the bottle, so to speak, or drinking? How long have you been?
Since before I was 1 year old.
Holy shit. Yeah. I'm assuming somebody gave it to you.
Over and over again. Yep.
Yeah.
So it's time to go off and defeat the demon. And yep.
Yeah.
So,
Actually, I was in a group, and they said, if you actually train your mind, to just think that, alcohol is disgusting, alcohol is poison, alcohol is. I think there was, something. I think there was one, yeah, because there was one thing, yeah, there was something this one guy said, like alcohol is. Oh yeah, this is what he said. Just tell yourself, I'm allergic to alcohol. Just tell yourself that, over and over. Just tell yourself, I'm allergic, to alcohol, and it might work if if you train your mind, to think that you're allergic, to alcohol.
well, if you think about it, everybody is. I mean, look at how it makes you feel.
Yeah, especially yeah. Yeah. Yeah, just train your mind. Just tell yourself. Self-talk. Self-talk is very, very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
I wake up every day. And I tell myself I'm the strongest in the universe. And it fucking works. No, but seriously, this guy, he said, just self-talk. Just tell yourself, alcohol is shit. Or what did he say? Or his words. Yeah.
I mean, you can almost understand, prohibition, but not for the reasons that prohibition happened, and it's because it was about money. They wanted their goddamn taxes, but alcohol, I've said it before. For some, it's poison. For some, it's a party. For some, it's moderation, and some just don't touch it. And
I'm allergic to alcohol.
everybody is.
Have you used that?
Hey, gentlemen, have you guys sorted through your stuff enough to let Rusty up? Rusty's
Rusty
been
Rivers?
backstage. Yeah, he's been backstage.
Yeah.
Absolute.
Yes.
Yeah. And MGTOW Forever is backstage too. I don't know how much he's been involved in all of this though. Hey, Rusty.
Hey, what the hell is going on up in this joint?
Hey, man.
What's up?
What the hell? We got a brother here. He said he's sorry. He realizes the error of his ways. Why in the hell are we beating up on him? Come on.
God forgives. I don't.
Yeah, well, I understand that you don't believe in God, AKS, and that's okay. I still love you. And if everybody here doesn't know, me and AKS are really good friends.
Yes, sir.
But I'm also good friends with Angler. Okay? This is bullshit. Which one of us men are not here in this so-called manosphere because we have not been misled by a fucking woman?
That's true.
Step forward.
Yep.
We all have fallen short of the grace of God. Every single one of us. We're all sinners. And we all make mistakes. But when a damn woman comes after one of our guys, oh, fuck that. I don't care what differences we have. All of us need to unite around that man and protect him. Period.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how it got so far.
Yeah, some 60-year-old cunt I'm living in bumfuck is causing him all of this fucking,
I don't give a shit how old she is. She's a woman.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
Rusty, that what you said, that is the pinpoint of it. Is that why shouldn't men be able to come together? However, we're not allowed to ask for it. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Have you seen
But
this
you know-
chick?
Hey,
Have you seen this chick?
AKS.
Yeah.
You can listen to a man for 60 minutes talking, okay? And for the first 55 minutes, you might agree with everything that he says. But then the last 5 minutes, you don't agree with him. Does that mean that you throw that man away? No.
I don't know.
What you do is you take the stuff that aligns with you and that you agree with, and you go with it, and you discard the last 5 minutes that you disagree with. You know, I just don't understand why all of us got to beat the hell out of one another all the time over stupid ass bullshit.
Yep.
You can't. I hope this is your. I don't know what. I don't know what. I don't know what Angler. I don't know if I don't know what Angler did. I don't know if he just talked to her. I don't know what your interaction was with this woman. I'm not gonna.
Okay, let me cut you off then. My intention was to form a friendship, not a romantic thing or anything like that.
Did you simp even a little bit? Did you simp? Did you even a sprinkle, even a drop? Did you simp even a little bit to this broad?
I just fucking told you it was a friendship.
Okay.
Now, hey, Cass, let me ask you a question. Are you telling me that you never have simped in your entire life?
Not since I got into this crap.
Well,
Crap.
you know what? That's great. You know, I fall off the wagon every now and again myself.
How bad?
Okay, women are like alcohol, man. Okay.
How bad do you fall off the wagon, though?
Well, I like to say that there was 2 of them and just 1 of me.
Yeah.
we can't continue
Squaws.
to beat up on one another, okay? Especially where there's a woman that's attacking one of our guys. An angler is one of our guys. Period. I don't care if you disagree with his philosophy or what he does. He's one of us. Period. And the way that I want to treat angler is the way that I want to be treated. It's the golden rule. Do unto your fellow brother as you would have your fellow brother do unto you. That's it. Let's stand united.
All right.
You know, look, you and I have had debates before, and you know what I'm talking about in private. And, you know, I've had those same debates with True Blood. You know, True Blood and I, we completely disagree about GM. But guess what? Me and True Blood still drink beer after we're done arguing.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Let's all get on the same damn train and run these damn strags over.
That's what men do. Yep.
That's all I got to say. And I love you, Angler, and I love AKS, and I appreciate GM. And thank you for having me on, GM.
Rusty, hug wherever you are, bro.
Yeah, man. Virtual hug.
God bless all y'all. You know I love you. Bye, guys.
Yep.
All right.
Bye, Rusty.
So it's still Miss Mandy, me, and absolute knowledge. So, knowledge. What do you want to ask me?
Are you done simping?
Yes. I've been. Yes. Okay. Next question.
Let's see. Yeah. So what do you think the message is going to be? Moving. Well, actually, you already mentioned. You're trying to, help yourself. With the, overcoming the alcohol thing.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
so you're focused on that. Because I mean, like I said, the self talk. Just alcohol is. You could say you could say I'm allergic. I'm to alcohol, and just not touch it.
Mhm. No, I'm very focused on getting into a rehab. Next question.
I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see what happens. I'm moving forward. We're gonna have to see what because like I said, because I'm focused on waking people up. To the globalists. You know, I'm focused on this globalist crap. More than just simping and 304ing. You know, I'm focused on the globalist crap more than just saying, men don't simp and women are this way from what we see and they should stop or God help in the next generation.
So, what are some other websites that you're on?
You said websites,
Yes.
uh, Infowars,
Oh, yeah, Alex. Yeah, that
Infowars.
man. He took a that dude took an ass fucking.
Yeah, but I think his assets are protected.
Yeah. No. How many times have you heard somebody say that everybody thought Alex Jones was crazy, but it all came true? How many? I mean, I'm not asking. This is just a thing, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm 6 months. I'm to a year ago. I'm 6 months. He said there's going to be cyber. I'm 6 months. He was talking about cyber attacks, and I just watched a video. I'm saying that with the supply chain, there's cyber attacks. He tells you, he tells you on what's going to happen, um, way before it happens. In some cases.
Yeah, he does. Sometimes the thing is, sometimes it's years before, and stuff like that. But everybody thinks he's nuts. He's not. He is not.
Yeah, but then
He is.
you have to think. Yeah, but then it goes. Yeah, but then it goes deeper. Yeah, but then okay, but then you have to think. Okay, is Kanye bought? But then it goes real deep. With who's bought and who's
Yeah.
controlled opposition.
Yeah. 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 That's a good point. That's a good point.
Um,
Yep.
Anyway, I usually stay on here for, you know, I don't know. I usually stream, way too long. I was about to eat something. I was about to cook something and eat something. And all
What are you
right,
gonna eat?
probably some chicken and eggs and some other carb food. Probably, probably.
Are you on carnivore diet?
Is that strictly beef or is that strictly meat? Strictly meat, right? I
Ah,
mean,
fuck this goddamn thing breaking up again. God damn it.
um, yeah. I mean,
No.
I like having steak on a daily basis, but that gets expensive. And ground beef is a close second because I was looking at golden era bodybuilding. and they said they ate a lot of ground beef, because I used to spend $30 a day on steaks for one meal, and that shit adds up. I need to
steak. Yeah, it adds up. I mean,
Yeah.
that shit gets fucking expensive.
Yeah, and I bought it wholesale, and it still adds up. So I'm about to go back to making money, and trying to comfortably afford my steak diet. That's my goal. about to go back to that, and that's going to be my 2023.
That's
That's going to be my goal
bro.
for 2023.
Okay,
Sounds like a good goal.
It's a great goal.
I agree.
Steaks every day.
Yeah.
2 steaks a day.
Brother, if I could eat steak every day, I would. I'd be at your house.
Yeah, comfortably. Comfortably eating 2 steaks a day. That's the goal.
Right. Okay. Are we
All
good?
right, Angler. I think so.
Nope. Are we good?
Okay. Yeah. Just move.
Are we good?
Okay, moving forward. I mean, come on, man. I mean, here's the thing. I look at your channel, and it's and it's critiques on other people.
Mm-hmm.
Try to talk about things. Try to talk about issues and things. I don't know.
You think I don't do that there?
I don't know. I think it's more. I think it's more other people. I think it's more people than things.
Well, maybe look closer.
Let's go to the channel.
Okay.
Let's go to Angler. Okay, let's see. Angler. SR. Here it is. 543. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to go through 543 videos. I mean, let's just go. Okay. There's no lives. Okay, there's no lives. Videos.
Pick a random.
Okay, let's see. Okay. All right, it's been going. Let's see. We have Wyvern. And I haven't listened. And here's, and I see titles, and I see the titles, but I haven't listened, to every single video, but I don't know. Moving forward. I mean, it's a good thing.
Moving forward. Okay.
I mean, it's a good thing that you're helping yourself with this alcohol thing. That you're helping yourself to fucking, to better yourself. And that's a great thing.
Oh, I heard the thing. Did you find one?
It's a great thing, and I can respect that. It's a great thing. It's a great thing. I can respect that. But to really go through, every single video you have up. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you.
I'm not asking you to go through every single video. Just pick one. Snap on one.
Okay, let's see. A month ago. Backing, hypergamy. Alice. On this Alice video, what was it, a positive or a negative?
It was a positive.
I don't know who she is.
No, that's not a good one. If you want to make a point here, just fucking find one, dude, and fucking click on it.
I'm looking for the one you did on me. I'm looking for the one. I'm looking.
Nope.
But that's ancient history at this point.
No, brother. Those are gone. I took them off.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I took all that. I took all that bullshit out.
All right. So. Okay, if that's what the case is, then okay, that's that's a huge step towards moving forward. Okay. Okay, so things are a whole lot better as of right now. Things are better. Um, I things are better, and I want to be as inclusive, to all brothers as possible.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Better from what?
Um, better from hit pieces against a whole bunch of dudes. Multiple hit pieces, and just this idea of me thinking. I always thought to myself, why did you reach out to this fucking old ass lady? I don't know why. I don't know why you felt the need for a friendship.
I didn't. She came to my channel, and I found her humor to be like kind of off base, like unusual, which it's hard to find a good sense of humor these days. And yeah, she seemed kind of out there, and then we started talking to each other online and stuff like that, and then we eventually exchanged phone numbers, and that's where it went, bro.
Okay, well, that's the main thing. That's the main thing that I've been hearing about. I don't know. All right. Well. I'm hoping for the best. I'm moving forward.
Yeah, hopefully it's fucking done. Jesus Christ, what a trip. I mean, this motherfucker came up in my email acting like a fucking attorney. I mean, she's fucking crazy.
Yeah, distance yourself from the best that you can. That's all I can.
Mhm.
All I can
All right.
suggest. Distance yourself from this fucking whoever the fuck.
I think it's done now. I just don't want anybody else to be fucking bugged. But
Mm.
after this happened, she's going after other people. She's just nuts. But anyway, so
Angler, she's been going after tons of people before you even came to this channel. It's not a post you thing. It's you got sucked into it
no,
thing.
I understand that. I get that.
I think I first saw her on Aaron Clary's channel, messing with that guy. That's when I first remember seeing her.
All right, folks. I gotta fucking eat. But
All
all right, people. Thanks for having me on here.
Hey,
and
hold on before you head out. We good?
Yes. Yep. All right, buddy.
All right, man.
All right, Angler. I'm hoping for the best. I'm moving forward. Hope that I'm glad you took the videos down, and I mean, shit, man. We'll see. Like moving forward. You're in the group. I don't know what you want to do. I don't know what you want to do with this whole vegan. Okay, you're not a vegan, right?
No.
I mean, this is so
brother.
much.
I'm meat
I mean,
and
this
potatoes.
is so much. I mean, this is so okay. All right, let's talk about why you felt the need to back a manly. Why? A manly has to stand up on his own 2 feet. If a manly is a man, if a manly is a man,
okay, hold on.
He has to stand on his own 2 fucking feet.
Hold on. 1 second, bro. 1 second, bro.
Okay.
1 second. I saw a man getting attacked by another man, up in here. That's why.
For being a bitch.
No. Stop that. I saw a man getting attacked by another man up in here.
Have you went to a Manly's channel lately? Have you went to his channel?
I don't fucking care, dude. No, I have not.
He's still on this shit. He's still deeply affected. First of all, he left the fucking group, which why the fuck did he feel the need to leave in the fucking group? I didn't push him out. I just had a discussion.
You know what? I okay. I'm gonna try to be calm about this. But I think that maybe you had a great deal to do with that, with him leaving.
I'm sure it did, but he didn't have to fucking do it.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, he didn't have to fucking do it. You know.
You know. He's not. Whatever. This whole vegan is nonsensical. It's nonsensical to me.
But absolute knowledge. Okay, that's how I know you.
Yeah. It's nonsensical. And I feel like he's a detriment. And I feel like he's a detriment.
No. Okay. You know.
And
I think you
I don't think you were there. No, because this is the core. And this is the core. I don't think you were there. I don't think you were there for how this whole fucking argument started in the Discord server when he started this whole shit and he said that my ideology was stupid. You know, he said that my ideology was stupid because I didn't keep myself away from animals and their territory.
We're talking about Shinobi's Discord server.
Yes, with a Manly. Yes. He started this whole fucking thing. As childish as it sounds, as childish, oh, he started it. He did fucking start it. You know, so
okay.
He wants to be passive aggressive and fucking call names, and he fucking started it. And so fuck him. I'm at this point.
Well, I'm sorry for whoever started it, but a lot of people die over arguments like that.
You want to be passive aggressive and say that I'm stupid, for saying that that I'm going to animals, territories, and that's how this whole thing I'm fucking started. That's how this whole thing fucking got going.
Well, I'll tell you what, bro. I will. If somebody fucking puts a steak in front of me, I'm gonna fucking devour it.
That's right.
With potatoes and broccolis, and a baked potato with cheese and butter, please. But that guy is who he is, and I'm sorry that. Fuck, I don't know, man. I just wish that I could. Correct or make this thing better but I don't know, man. So, but it is nice to know that you and I are now on the same page. And
yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, we're on the same page, and I'm fucking starving. We're on the same page, and I've been trying to eat. We're on the same page, and I've been trying to eat for the past fucking 20, 30 minutes. So, no, for real. Let's end it on a good thing, and we're on the same page, and thank fucking God, and
all right, man.
And awesome, and hope things go great on moving forward. And yeah, and if you want, we could chat and fucking, and we're in the same Discords and I'm hoping, for the best moving forward. Okay.
All right.
So thank you.
Yep. We're all up in the area. I'll run across you. Yep. Take care, bro.
All right. Later, Absolute.
Yep.
Enjoy your dinner.
Yep. Yep, I'm out.
Well, MGTOW Forever has been backstage for a long time.
Well, I think the polite thing would be to, yep.
Hello, MGTOW Forever.
Hey,
How's it going?
I was taking a little nap while listening. But I'm starting to wake up a little bit. And I have to work in like 3 hours. So it is whatever. I'll go to work half dead.
This goddamn phone.
Oh, Angler's still on. Okay, I just realized who got on. Well, off and who's still on. Okay, that was what I suck with names, but yeah, Angler's still on. Okay, but yeah, everything that you guys were arguing about, I don't know the
Right.
I can leave if you want.
story. Just none of the story. I heard a few things here and there, but not enough to like actually know like exactly what was going on. So I never had an opinion in it. I was just there to listen.
Okay. Do you have an opinion?
I still kind of don't know who was right or wrong, but I mean, he kind of have a point where sometimes some people get emotional, and then that's when they kind of go over the edge, and then later on you do regret it. I've done that many times in my life. But like he said, there's bigger things to worry about in this world than, I mean, fighting other people. Like when I have a disagreement, I mean, I just got to the point where I can ignore it and not get so angry about it. Where anytime there was a disagreement, like, and I'm 30 years old. That's not that old, but like back in the day, it was in person if there was a disagreement. So it was a lot
Can I
different.
ask you one more question?
I was going to go down because it was in person compared to online where everybody acts so brave. So that's why there's a lot more online fights, because back then there was no online fights. So it just felt like kind of like
MGTOW Forever. Can
Yeah.
I ask you one more question? I'm
Yeah.
sorry to butt in, but
No. I kind of ranted.
Okay. Do you have children?
Nope. By design.
Okay, please continue.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of a good thing. I mean, for a while now, I've noticed. I always felt like it was a horrible idea to have children, just the way it was like 5 years ago. But even now, thank God I didn't. Although it'd be nice. Nothing against children. It's just that's selfish of me to put them like. Well, you know what's going on now. I wouldn't want them to go through that with all the. Yeah, it'll get a good mother band, so I'm not even trying to go on that subject. Yeah. Well, no, for the most part, I mean, I agreed with both of you guys. He was right on some things, you were right on some things, but you guys had a good common ground. Like, you know, those like what kind of chart do they call it? Like, where there's three circles, like there's one in the middle, two on each edges, and they all overlap. Where
No. Those charts are very fucking dangerous.
No, I know. No, trust me, I know. You can't always trust charts. But no, it reminded me of like that, though, where I was listening to you guys talk while I was just laying on my bed and just napping. I was listening, but I had my eyes closed. I was listening to you guys, and you guys did have, I mean, some agreements. And then that's what he was talking about, to focus on those things. Like, there's a lot of things that you guys disagreed on, but at the same time, there was a lot of things that you guys agreed on. And that's what he was trying to say. I mean, he got worked up and started to get upset, and that's when, it went back to arguing. But that's what he was trying to say, and I agree with him.
That's the thing, though. You know, it's not a big deal. I mean, that's day-to-day life. Yeah, people get pissed at each other, then they calm down and they apologize or whatever, and then they go on with their life, or they just they're friendly with each other. I mean, it's crazy how I mean, this online thing. Holy shit! And I talked to a brother earlier about stuff like this, and we miss the cordless phones in the house and the answering machines, and not having this goddamn thing in our pocket all the time.
Dude, it literally ruined society. It ruined the dating market. It ruined families because, like, you go and have dinner now. Remember back then, where you actually have a dinner with the family, where there was no maybe you'd watch like Monday Night Football or Sunday Night Football with the family while you're in dinner. Maybe that was it, but no phones. What? It kept everything.
If the phone rang, somebody said,
"Yep,
go answer it,"
or fuck it. Like my dad would be like, "Don't care, nobody answer it. Doesn't matter. We're in dinner." No, my dad was like that dude, where he was like, "Fuck that.
Yes,
Nobody touch that fucking phone
eating,
right now. Fucking dinner."
Yes, we're eating dinner. Yes.
No, my dad was bad about that. Super strict. But no, I miss those days too. No, the thing is, you have to adapt. Like I was saying in chat earlier, you have to adapt to society. Although I don't like it either, you have to adapt. If you don't adapt, it's gonna drive you crazy, and it did for me for a while. And I finally just broke, and that again, I had my own issues. I went to rehab for 6 months in Utah at 14. So I've had my issues all my life, but yeah, so I've had to be broken many times, but yeah, you just have to adapt to the world. That's what I learned. The world's always, and you just, whether you like it or not, you have to adapt. And there's been many times where I've gone through very difficult points in my life where I think very dark.
I'm sorry.
Get out of it.
Can I stop you there?
I get out of it.
Can we back up?
Yeah, I always get out of it, and it's always by myself. Because the thing is, nobody else can do it for you. It's always up to you to get you out of that dark place. And I've done it many times. So that's my secret: is always adapt to the world that changes around you, because that's the only way you'll be able to deal with it. I mean, like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, it was weird for people to be gay, right? And then now all of a sudden, I mean, they're doing their things now with kids. But yeah, I'll let you go. And I don't want to.
No. Don't go yet. Don't go yet. Don't go yet.
No, but I don't want to make Susan angry. Like, I'll let you guys talk. I don't want to make Susan upset and stop the stream.
Can we back up for 1 minute? Can we back up to where you said that you went through a rehab?
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about, well, no, I'm not thinking about it. I'm going to do that. But I'm so uncertain about it. But the rehab.
You never gone before?
Huh?
You never gone before?
No.
Oh, so you have questions about it?
Yes.
Yeah, what about it?
Do you take your own clothes? I mean, like deodorant, soap?
There's many different rehabs. The thing is, as an adult, you're pretty much free to go in there with what you want and free to leave whenever you want. I went when I was 14, so I was stuck there for 6 months minimum. And if I helped some friends escape, but I knew I was on my way out because I manipulated my parents, making me think I was being good. And I ended up getting bailed out, so I didn't have to escape. And then they ended up getting pulled out anyways because the parents were like, "How dare they escape? Like, how do you guys let that happen out there? That place was secure." It was basically like a child prison, except it was worse than juvie. Because I also went to juvie for a whole month, and that was a piece of cake. But a rehab for an adult, like, you have to be willing to do it because you're an adult. So even if you put yourself in there, it's not like a police facility where they hold you there undercut. Like, for example, like court order, like, you're willingly being there. And if you're going to do that and not follow through with it, it's kind of pointless. That's why rehab as an adult sucks unless it's court ordered, because it doesn't work unless you're forced to stay there. most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's the point of rehab, is that you can't leave, and they
Mm-hmm.
detox you by force over a month or 2 or 3 months, or up to 6 months in harsh cases, which is what I had as a 14-year-old, which I was a bad kid back then. I was already doing everything at 14.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you're
Okay.
in a position now, if you're not like forced to be there, it's probably not going to work unless you have willpower.
Well, no, it's not that type of situation. I want to put myself in there.
Well, and you talk about drinking problem. I have a drinking problem too. I tried to hide it, but I kind of control it. Like when I'm good with my self-awareness, so I know when to stop. But yeah, some people, the pain is so much that they just can't help it, that they keep drinking. And I get like that some days too, or some days I just get super depressed, and when I get depressed, I get angry, and it doesn't help the more you drink, and that's why I'll drink more.
Can I ask
Right
you
there
a
with you.
question?
I have the same problem. I just can't control it as well.
Mm.
I mean, you can't control it as well, and that's what I meant. I switch it around. But no, I still overdo it sometimes. But like tonight, I've had a few beers. I'm going easy.
That's what I was going to ask you. I heard the can get thrown away, and
Yes.
so
That was my 5th beer of the day. I keep count too, and if I can keep count, I'm capable of it. That means I'm not drunk yet.
So how do you think we get to drinking 0 beers
That's
a
very
day?
difficult.
Hot
You don't do cold turkey.
tea.
No, first is cut out liquor. Don't do liquor. That's the first thing I did. Cut out all liquor and just stick with beer. Beer only.
That is actually not my question. My question
talk about
was
cutting
pointed at you.
Me?
You said that you've been through a rehab, but you're still drinking.
Oh no. I went to rehab for many other things. I'm born and raised in California. We had everything here, and I still do.
Mm-hmm.
I still have a little bit of fun here and there. Thing is, self control.
You sure?
Like I just went snow skiing for my birthday. My birthday, January 7th. Well, snow skiing, if you know what I mean. Still do it. The thing is, I have self control.
Brother, if you went into a rehab, okay?
Well, I'm 30 now, so that was.
Hold on. I'm not done. If you went into a rehab, came out of it completely sober, and now you're drinking beer again, you are fucking relapsing.
Not really.
No, really.
No, I started off the hard stuff when I was 14. That's why I didn't. Alcohol was no thing to me back then. I never wanted that. I never even tried it.
You and I could have a long conversation about that too. But, dude, once you're an alcoholic,
I'm functioning alcoholic.
And you realize it's a problem, and you quit, and you go through a rehab, and then you start drinking again, that's a relapse.
Oh.
Okay, because alcoholics.
That's 16 years ago.
Okay.
My
all right, bro. All right. Okay. Fine.
Record
sure. Okay. No. Fine. Okay.
It don't continue to be that way because I'm smart. I know my limits. I am self-aware. There's been many times when I've been on the stream while I'm at the bar and then drive. I mean, people always say it'll happen eventually. It's like, no, because I'm careful. Never say never, but I can say never.
Are you open to very open and mean Um, you know what? You're no, I'm not gonna do it, dude. No,
You can say whatever you want. I mean, I'm not gonna take offense to it, and I have thick skin.
you are not recovered. Okay, if you're
no,
still going out and drinking beer
definitely right on that.
instead of drinking water or a Sprite or a Coke or something like that,
That's
you know,
worse. Well, water is good, but no, anything else than that, that's just high fructose corn syrup.
you're not recovered.
I'd rather drink beer than high fructose corn syrup.
Okay, well then you're not recovered if you're drinking alcohol.
Well, I'm a heavyweight. It runs my family, so I really don't feel it. Not only that, I'm functioning, so I'm heavyweight, and I barely feel it all day with like the lightest beer ever. It's basically like beer water.
Hey guys, how's everything going?
This sounds like Billy.
There's Billy the goat.
It is indeed. Oh, I need to change my avatar.
Hi, Billy.
Hey, how's everyone? I'm glad to see you on here, Angler. MGTOW Forever. I don't think I've seen you about, but I don't think we've ever actually spoken to each other before. At least live, anyway.
Nah, it's probably whenever I see you in the chat.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are having, well, Angler in particular, you know, you're having quite a breakthrough session, it seems, on the panel. It's great to see you back here at GMs. I don't know if that's going to be, if you know, like a not to say like a regular, but you know, we'll see you from time to time. Let me just hold on, just adjusting my avatar. There we go, my little goatee. Yeah, I think you guys are having a little bit of a miscommunication with the rehab thing. If I'm understanding what I'm hearing, MGTOW Forever, correct me if I'm wrong, but you went to rehab for other things besides alcohol. That wasn't really your objective.
Yeah,
right?
that was the problem.
But Angler is going to rehab to sort out the alcohol. So
Yeah.
although you're
I was
both dealing with rehab, I think your situations are a bit too different to sort of really compare.
Well, I also had a brother that died because he was an alcoholic and he was retarded, because it wasn't like he drank a significant amount. He could literally, I don't know if you know Coronas, like the Mexican lager Corona.
Yeah,
Beer.
Drink like 3 of those and he'd be shit-faced and be doing
What do you mean by retarded?
Hold on, guys.
Like he was shit-faced and he ended up getting himself killed.
I think,
and I went him, but I'm a heavyweight. I mean, I take over my mom's side. He had a different mom. I had a different mom, but we have the same dad. But he definitely took over on their side, which had a lot of problems genetically. So,
yeah, okay. MGTOW Forever, like
he was always like that, though. It wasn't like a one-time thing. He was always like that. I handle it a lot better, and I've always had.
We all appreciate and value your experiences and things like that. However, I think for Angler in his situation that's coming up, he hasn't actually gone to the rehab yet. I don't know if it's going to be having like anecdotal testimonials from not just yourself but from other people. I don't think it's going to help Angler going forward to rehab. But Angler, like,
I get your point. No, I get your
sorry.
I get your point now.
But Angler, with your willpower to want to go to get yourself booked in, and you also have your son to consider. You know, we're all wishing you get the best results possible from this, and you have all of our support.
I know.
Well, in his
question, it's kind of funny when listening to AKS talk about just imagine you're allergic to alcohol. I had it in my mind, should I say to Angler, just imagine the alcohol was produced from Elspeth or something like that, like it's like a poison. But you're gonna probably have to deal with it. However it is, you're gonna have to deal with it. You're gonna find your way. And like when I was hooked on cannabis, it took that realization that this addiction did not love me and didn't give a shit about me. And from that point on, like, I know you can't go cold turkey with alcohol, but for me, my situation with the cannabis, it was cold turkey. It was like, this is bullshit, basically. And
Waste
it
of
was,
time.
it was the best decision I ever made in my life, really, to be honest. So hopefully it's the same for you with your alcohol.
Yeah.
That he was asking about earlier. I forgot the question he asked me. I did answer it, but I forgot to remind him like the difference between going to rehab whenever I was a kid at 14 to as an adult. You have to go there willingly and stay in there willingly compared to when I went to as a kid. It was literally like a legal jail. It wasn't jail. It wasn't juvie. It was literally a rehab jail, which was actually worse than juvie because I went to juvie too. So
Yeah,
as an adult, you cannot, unless it's court order, like the court says, like this guy is insane. He has to stay here at this place. He cannot leave. Then yeah, you're gonna be trapped there. But other than that, I mean, you literally have to be like willingly go in there and stay there, or else it's
well,
not
that's
gonna.
the thing.
That's
Angler is
you can't leave.
Yes, that's why I think comparing your two situations isn't really beneficial. Like MGTOW Forever, I hope where you are now in your sort of journey and recovery, healing, and life, and etc. In general, I hope it's a much better position you are in now than it was before. And you mentioned like now you have self control. Well, I hope that stays in place, and it gets refined and mastered and developed even further and things like this. But if you're happy and content, we can't really knock you for that. If this is what you want to do, etc., that it's your life, it's your choice. You handle it however you want to, you see fit.
Yeah, we're talking about 10 years later. I'm 30 years old now. I'm talking about when I was 14. I'm 30 years old and I'm doing just fine now. The 16 years is a long time. I still party, but it's time and place. Like on the weekends, when days off, I don't. It's not like, oh, I have work tonight. Fuck it.
I gotta say, I'm intrigued.
Responsible.
What got you thrown in juvie?
Weed, which I got legal right after that because I turned 18 right after that. So this cop did not like me, so he busted me, and then I ended up getting probation, and then in order to avoid probation, I just told him throw me in juvie for a month, and I ended up getting like boxed cereal for like a whole month and watching football Monday nights, Thursday nights, and Sundays while playing PlayStation almost every day for a whole month. So it was like a hotel almost. And then yeah, I left juvie. So it was like heaven compared to freaking rehab in Utah for 6 months. Not only was it 6 months, that was like literally worse than juvie was in California. And I had a basketball court in California in juvie. So California juvie was way better than the rehab I went to in Utah, believe it or not. Except my parents paid $60,000 to send me to that rehab in Utah for 6 months. To basically a month.
That's a lot of money.
To torture me. And it did work temporarily.
Would you mind if I take a slight tangent? It's still on topic, but it's a slight tangent. Angler, may I ask you?
It is. The thing is, they tried inflicting pain and torture in order to reprogram you. Which some kids it did, some kids it didn't. But we're talking about adults because he's not only an adult, but he's a dad. Like I said, all it comes down to is if you're willing to do it. For example, like if you had somebody that you trust that would sign you in and would only let you out, like for emergency reasons, then it would work. Because if you can't leave without their consent, then it would work. But if you can just be like, I can't do this anymore, I have to get out of here, I have to have like one beer, just one beer, or one shot or whatever, then yeah, you're gonna let yourself out.
Okay.
That's the only way to do it. Either court order where you're trapped there for a whole month or however they sentence you, or you go in there willingly, which that normally never ever happens.
Okay, so what you're describing a little bit are these
Because
these
you can't have
urges.
you could have a guardian sign you in and let you out. Of course, you have to sign too.
When those situations come up, Angela, that MGTOW Forever is describing, this, like
yeah, to get down, but those are options if you want to get down to it about rehabs.
I suggest two things here. I'm no official on the matter, but this is just an opinion or advice. Number one is to put your faith in the professionals that are looking after you, and number two, to try and remind yourself, maybe jot it down, that how you're feeling, these emotions, this urge, it will pass with time. So if you can just ride out the storm, it should hopefully calm down. But obviously, put trust in your professionals that are looking after you and the program that you're going to be going on. Remember the reason why you're doing it, and we've got on your side and other things, and we're all here rooting for you with some determination and the willpower. You can do this.
Yep.
There's something I wanted to ask you, Angela, that I wanted to mention. I wanted to talk to you about it before, because there's been a couple of times you've spoken about this photograph you have of yourself when you were a child with your dad.
Yep.
Do you still have this photograph?
Yeah, it's actually I'm always going to save it.
I was hoping that one day maybe you might consider destroying it and instead have a photo of you and your son that you cherish more.
Yeah.
Because every time you look at that photograph of when you were a boy, you time travel and you see yourself as that little boy. He is gone now. You are not that little boy.
Yep.
No, I know it's very difficult, but please consider it. Perhaps replacing that photo with one of you and your son. And then you can let go and maybe destroy that photo of you when you were a child.
I never thought about it that way, but yeah, that makes.
And I when I say destroy it, I mean make it symbolic, burn it. That's a past you don't want to relive. And by keeping that photo, you keep it alive. We normally keep photos we're fond of. That isn't a photo you ever speak fondly about, is it?
No.
If you're talking about photos that show your past partying days, it also can serve as like a good reminder that shows you that.
Well, this is the problem. It's a bad photo. So
it can be a trigger, and it can make a person feel stupid at the same time. Like, I never want to be like that again. So it can still serve a dual purpose, where it can be good or bad. I know some people that like that, where they like to keep those photos just so they don't want to be that way again.
I want to say something right now, but Mandy will kick me off if I do.
She's listening like the CIA right now.
Yep.
I mean, MGTOW Forever. I kind of want to get back to this crazy bitch smear campaign that you weren't a part of. And I know you said you had to work in a bit, but I kind of want to. Yeah, if you would, I kind of want to do some deep diving into some psychology stuff, if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind. I know you like to do your 6-8 hour streams at night. So
Right.
I'll be in bed well before then.
Okay.
All right. Well, you guys have a good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night, McTaff forever. Good talking to you.
Yeah.
Billy left.
I'm still here, sir, but I'm not going to
Nope,
be for
Billy's
much
here.
longer. I'll just be maybe another
Okay.
10 minutes. So.
Yeah.
All right, bub.
I just kind of want to wanted to end this on kind of a wrapping up of what's been going on. I'm glad you and Absolute got to talk about some things.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys are good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we are. Oh yeah.
So I'm hoping we can close this crazy bitch chapter and finally give these crazy bitches the zero attention that they absolutely deserve, because they've been allowed to seep into places and cause a lot of problems between people.
Yes, they
Now,
have.
I've been watching it, and I don't know what can be done to stop stuff like that in the future. What can be learned from it, maybe?
Well, that absolutely. As far as going, I don't know. Because people keep falling into they keep falling into it. So
The crazy bitch trap, right?
yes.
And these crazy bitches are really good about being able to bait people into them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, they're on the prowl, and what's the way of saying it? Like more now so than ever, with the amount of desperation.
Yeah.
So be vigilant, everybody, and watch each other's six and backs, and look out for one another. And like you said, like be educated and aware is basically what we're not going to be able to stop these crazy bitches. They'll still persist. They'll just move to easier pastures, and easier targets. Now, hopefully, they're not sort of moving in places where we are and those that we care about are. But the people they do ensnare, unfortunately, there's not much we can do for them until they, like their shared psychosis collapses or something like that, or they get put through the ringer, or they have an epiphany or whatever. But should that day happen, or when it does happen, because at some point there is a realization. See, in the past there wasn't any information on these sort of matters, so a lot of people, that even if they had the realization, they probably figured that they're condemned. Case in point, probably Elspeth's dad, for instance. Feel sorry for that guy, but
I
he's
feel
probably,
really sorry for that guy.
he probably doesn't feel like there's anything he can do, and as a father, he feels probably responsible for the chaos his daughter is causing. Like, there's no way he is oblivious to the carnage she is causing. He knows full well what kind of monster she is,
But he's still sticking up for her.
He has no other choice. So he's kind of resigned and defeatist in that sort of mindset. He's probably just looking forward to the day, it's all over for him. Not to sound too pessimistic, I'm trying to be compassionate really when I say that, and feel sorry for the guy. 85 years old, and you're having to put up with a daughter like that kind of thing. But for other people, like younger people and in community spaces, fortunately for them, should they decide to have an epiphany and do something about it, then there is help and support available. But in terms of like what's going to happen to the crazy bitches? I mean, we already kind of know, you know, there's a life of chaos and destruction, self-destruction at that. They're going to burn all the bridges. Their condition's going to get worse. To further the point that you were making about how the clusters jump from one disorder to another, they become comorbid, they become magnified. This is going to sound a little bit of a quirky thing, but the disorder causes a corruption within the disorder itself. It's got the name, it's got the word disorder in it. So let's say let's take a narcissist as an example. Let's say you got a narcissist that's following all the traits, all the characteristics, all the behaviors. You could almost say that this is a well organized narcissist. It's following all the points to the T. In which case it's doing its job effectively. You can't really call it a disorder if it's actually following the internal rules it's created. It's doing its purpose. It's managing their survival, their coping strategies, their emotions, how disorganized and whatever. Right?
I've never heard it put that way. Yep.
But because it's a disorder, it can't follow all of these bullet points verbatim exactly to the T, to the letter, because that's a contradiction. So this is also why it's hard to pinpoint a diagnosis, and also why it's somewhat irrelevant what diagnosis you give them, because this does not really describe what this person or who they are, who this person is or who they are. They've got a disorder. It means that it's not operating how it should be. So you can't really make, this is why, although you can make good guesses and you can kind of plot and see the patterns, you can't say for guarantee that that's exactly what they're going to do, because it's dysfunctional. So another way of putting this is that you cannot control the uncontrollable. So there's nothing we can do about them. And instead of worrying about them, this is why you have to worry about yourself.
Yep. You know,
that was a mistake you were making, Angler, in part, where
yes,
you were worrying about how she might feel, and even right to this day, you're worried about the consequences she might face. Fuck her and her consequences. That's her responsibility. It is not yours. Your responsibility is yourself and your son. But here you are thinking about what might happen to her. You don't want to see her go to jail. You don't want to see her commit suicide. You don't want to see her fall off a bridge or something like that. You know, that's all nice and dandy. But what happens to her isn't your responsibility. Let's say she gets drawn and quartered and dismembered and her guts are spilled out all her highway. So be it. I know it sounds a bit cruel or callous, but whatever happens to her is what happens to her. Maybe she might turn around and have a happy life and make reprimands and says sorry and means it and turns over a new leaf. Again, that's not your responsibility. It's got nothing to do with you anymore.
Yeah. Yep.
It might rattle your brain to have this kind of wonder of like, where on the planet could she, like with my ex, I have no idea where on the planet she is. I have no idea if she's had additional children. I don't know if she's still with the same partner she cheated on with me with. Maybe she had another one. I don't know if she's still alive or dead. I don't know what's happened with her. It's not really any of my business anymore.
Yep.
She could be in jail. She could be in an asylum. She could be on a beach. She could be, who knows?
Yep.
So I hope that helps. Like,
no, I just made a fucking mistake.
That's cool, man. We all make mistakes. What's fortunate is you're getting through it all, and positives are like, this is the, I don't know, it's kind of poetic justice, but it's not something to rub it in their face. See, for people like yourself and those watching, the people with hearts, the people with a sense of self, even if it's damaged and all this, we at least have the chance to improve, just to create, to develop and grow. Not those people. And that's why when they try and throw an accusation, like people call me a narcissist all the time. You know, I get called Satan recently, and then someone else will call me an angel. It's laughable, the kind of names I've received. I've been called venomous, poisonous, creep, or whatever. It doesn't really matter, because even if it was true, like, if I am able to progress and do better, then it goes against those definitions. It goes in defiance, because a narcissist can't they're self-destructive. They can't do inner work. They wouldn't care about their children. They're terrible parents. So if I'm doing the things that are a contradiction to that label they're trying to plaster on me, then I know that they're talking bullshit. I know it's not true. And when we look at who the label fits more appropriately, we'll see its projection. So it's funny. I mean, and obviously they don't have the self-awareness to realize they're even projecting in the first place. So what ends up happening is that they dob themselves in. I was having a chat with Good Mother. I was like, isn't it funny how they're accusing people in her community of plotting murder when they're the ones who are talking about doing these heinous acts?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I had PJ Camel calling me a creep, but when you look at who the creep really is, she's the creep.
Yeah.
It's almost laughable.
Yeah.
Right.
But they think they're so smart about it.
Right. And being able to see their words for exactly what they are instead of what they would want you to believe that they are. Like,
And that's the sort of, they're hoping, and that's the thing. It's a slither of a hope that you believe them more than you believe yourself.
right.
So if anything, on our part, instead of beating ourselves up, maybe, you know, you'd be it would be understandable if you felt embarrassed, because not only are you embarrassed in front of your peers and your friends and the world, but you're embarrassed with yourself, because it's like, I can't believe I was duped by a complete idiot or a complete psychopath or something like that. Why didn't I see it coming? So you feel a bit of embarrassment. Don't need to feel ashamed. Just you got caught with your pants down. It's like,
Yeah, and that's kind of something I tried to compare it to something, because I know a lot of guys might feel bad about not being as capable of defending themselves emotionally as they maybe think they should be. But I see it as comparable to, like, say I was somewhere and I had 3 dudes physically abuse me. Like, would you guys feel, you know, would you guys be disappointed in me that I couldn't fucking defend myself against 3 men physically? Like, that's kind of right. But that's,
no.
right. But that's how I see, like, when I see a dude getting three crazy bitches all tormenting and torturing him emotionally and mentally. That's kind of how I see that.
That
Like
is a,
I don't think you guys are, especially if you don't even know the depth of the kind of crazy bitches you're dealing with and how dishonest they are, that I don't see a way for you to really be able to defend yourself against that.
a slight quirk there is with your analogy. You're kind of describing as if like these three guys are working in tandem. They're on the
Mm-hmm.
same team. But
Yep.
for our side, like with Angler,
Yeah.
you might not want to hear this, Angler, but you got more than one crazy bitch after you,
Yeah.
and you don't seem to like it's natural. You wouldn't think that they're working in tandem, and they're not in a way. They're against each other. They're competing for you as a fuel source, but they because of this predatory style of theirs, it kind of gravitates them to, with each other. Like I don't know, like what an analogy would in the natural world would be like, but maybe one pack of wolves teaming up with another pack of wolves. They don't like each other, but they're both going after the what do wolves go after? Bears or something? I don't know, whatever it is, horse or something. So they'll team up subconsciously to take out the target, and they'll fight each other to try and win that prize. So if you're aware that you got one psycho bitch hassling you, be vigilant because the other predators, the other kind of psychos and sociopaths and all the rest of them, they can smell the blood. They can smell the adrenaline in the air, and they go, "Oh, this guy is busy dealing with that crazy person. Now I can come in and offer a helping hand or something like that, and befriend him. And now, they're in as well. And it doesn't have to be another woman. It could be a guy. That's one of the, I think, things we need to start to acknowledge now, that it's not just crazy bitches we need to be careful of. It's crazy guys as well.
Well, the ones that were infected by the crazy bitches. That's why I was hoping to have
Yeah, but
Angler shed some light on how that happens, and maybe what other guys can do or other people can do to help them during that situation. Because I look at it kind of like an emotional hostage situation.
yeah, but
I'm
we don't
like,
want to be blinded by thinking that like you got a predatory guy trying to get at you somehow, and then say to yourself, "Oh, it's not really him. It's his source of origin is from a crazy bitch. And I got to trace it," because you're not dealing with that source of origin. You're dealing with that guy that's trying to infiltrate you.
right.
I get what you're saying. Like the guy wouldn't be like this if it wasn't for the crazy background bitches.
Right. Right.
But you're not dealing with that. You're dealing with whatever it is that's trying to come after you.
Yeah. Yeah, absolute. That's right. It's super messy. It's super messy. That's good to hear, Timothy. Ironclad, bulletproof. To crazy bitch hustlers.
Don't no one think just because they're a MGTOW or just because they're red pill or just because they're in the manosphere, think that they're exempt from predatory infiltration. This isn't some sort of force field that guarantees your safety. If you become negligent of your boundaries, your self-esteem, and you become careless and complacent, they will get in and they will get you.
Yes, they will get you. Yep. Every time.
Well, I think this was productive. What do you think, Angel?
Okay. I think I am about to fall asleep.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to get out before you call it a night?
I don't think so, unless you have questions. I think I'm pretty good.
No, I'm pretty good.
All right.
Thank you for having this discussion.
Thank you for having me on. Yes. All right. Billy,
Yes, sir.
good night, sir.
Good night, Angela. It's been a pleasure talking to you and great seeing you here. Wishing you all the best.
Same.
Me too. Good luck with your next journey.
All righty.
And GM, thanks for letting me jump on the panel sort of last minute.
Yeah, no, thank you, Billy. I was hoping you would chime in.
It was getting
Yeah.
all mushy, like the friendship is magic kind of thing.
Right? Yeah. I like to see conflict resolution happen. I don't know if it's because I know it really pisses the crazy bitches off when their little tactics backfire. But
I know.
I know that's a part of it, but
We shouldn't try and entertain. I know what you're saying, but we shouldn't try and entertain that sentiment as if that is the goal.
Right. No.
The
The goal is I didn't want these guys fucking battling to begin with. Like,
right, and
yeah.
we need to try to repair some of these
Yeah.
damages and do some healing and all that
Yes.
sort of stuff,
Healing, for sure.
which is what people here are capable of doing. So if ever you're in doubt, if like, oh, am I real? Maybe I am a narcissist or something like that. Well, then you can kind of reassure yourself. Well, that can't be the case because this, you wouldn't be doing this. That's not to say that they won't feign and pretend to try and make amends, but really it'll be all superficial, two-faced pleasantries, and condescending and meaningless. They are without meaning. So I'm sure this stream for those involved and those listening meant something to them.
Good. I'm glad.
Well, that's a bit of I'm sure it would mean something to the crazy ones as well, but it's not going to be anything good. Put it that way.
Right. And I hope not. I hope it helps strengthen the defenses of
Never mind them.
Their targets.
Never mind them. If somehow they could find good from it, then it's like, okay, fair enough. Maybe there is a cure or something, but I doubt it.
I don't know.
We don't need it. It doesn't matter to us. It's not to do with us.
Yeah. Yeah. Guess what? I I thought I would do some local investigation. I found 2 corporations that I was going to. Now, mind you, these are very, very diversity, inclusion, equity minded corporations, and I thought I would try to work at one of these places like part-time. And I applied for 2 of them and they both hired me. So I'm really going to try to swing both of them and still do my clients and stuff because I have some questions. Also, one of them, part of the benefits package is mental health care. So they have a network of counselors and therapists that they use. So I'm going to try to talk to them about I'm going to see how long I last being extremely sexist in a corporate environment, but I want to talk to some of these counselors about implicit bias and ideologies and stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
I inquired on this Mothers for Change course.
Right.
So temporarily, I was identifying myself as a mother.
Yeah.
I am now trans.
The goat mother. Yeah. Have they not gotten back to you yet?
No.
Good.
They could probably smell that something sus. We don't want to answer this question.
Well, I thought you worded it just like a mom would.
I don't know. I was going to put deliberate spelling mistakes and just bad grammar. I thought maybe that might work.
And maybe a little more of I feel stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, it's still kind of, I only sent the email off like yesterday or something like that.
Yeah.
Might still be a bit early.
Yeah, I don't know what happened earlier. Something happened earlier. It seems like when one fire goes out, another one fucking lights up.
You could, that's a interesting observation. I mean, instantly I kind of get the idea. It's like if drama starts to pitter down, it kind of triggers off an alarm. It's like, oh shit, the world is, it's like it's finding peace. We can't have that. Quick, start another fire.
Right. Yeah. I have this bad feeling that it's just because the chain reaction of this crazy bitchery, man, and traumatize people and all that kind of shit. But
well, we're gonna say it's gonna be getting worse. It's gonna become more hyperbolic and more frequent, more dramatic, more hysterical.
Mm-hmm.
Which in some ways is a good sign because it shows you that they're really struggling, they're really desperate.
Right.
And it blows their cover a lot more because it would be so obvious. You'll be hard to miss at this point. Be like, this person's complete nut job.
Right.
They're running around naked, covered in poop.
Right. Yeah, I still kind of have in the back of my mind that a huge EMP that will just destroy these technologies would be a good plan B. Because the crazy bitches, I mean, because really, they're fucking cowards, Billy. All of them. All these feminists, all these crazy bitches. I mean, Jordan Peterson's been calling them terrified tyrants. So they actually really can't do much in the real world. So they spread their poison online and emotionally terrorize people online.
Yeah.
So
this is the trouble when you base your life existence in a world of fantasy.
Right. Right. Well, I'm gonna still keep my eye on some stuff because I already know I've already been seeing these crazy bitches freak out because they lost yet another white knight. But it's good to have hopefully Angler on that side of the wall again.
Yeah, well, once Angler gets himself sorted, he's had a bit of recuperation time and everything like that, and he comes back. Yeah. If he decides to come back properly or whatever, he's going to be a potent danger for these people. He's seen the eye of the beast or whatever it is. Like he's in the dragon's lair.
Right.
So he's going to be a particular dangerous person to be fucking around with going forward into the future. Right. And also, which means he'll also be a great resource and benefit to other men who are needing guidance.
Yeah. Yeah, he keeps saying it. Where's the person that's meeting people where they're at, Like, I remember
Please
telling
God,
him when
be that
he
person.
was on the panel, I was like, you need to be that person, dude. Like,
Yeah,
yeah. So
you'll
I'm
be more qualified than any of us, sort of thing.
yeah. I hope he does well at the rehab thing, and then I hope he follows through with the drug and alcohol counseling stuff. I think Johnny Midnight used to do that. I know Minka used to do that as a profession. So kind of a similar thing. She went through rehab and then, you know, got over that shit and then started working in that field. So hopefully, I think it'll be beneficial to have more men in that field. That gynocentric fucking psychology field.
Yeah. I really, if he's still listening or has a playback or whatever, I mean, I strongly urge him to burn that photo he has.
Yeah.
That has been tormenting him all these years.
Yeah.
I know it'll be a very hard thing to do, but you know, that's part of that grieving process.
Mm. Yeah, setting stuff ablaze. Fire is cleansing for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's a common kind of thing, like in a narcissistic recovery. It's like if you got any sentimental, you know, memoirs or to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Now I'm a bit. I still have photos and some memoirs, but I've got it locked away and I haven't looked at it. I keep it because of my kid, so that if my kid decides she wants, you know, my kid says I want to see a picture of mum, or you know, I want to see some of mum's stuff. It's like, here you are. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think those things are important. You know, not to display, to look at every day, but to take a little trip down memory lane or whatever.
Certain things, perhaps, but if you've got this one particular photo that I don't even think he really, like the way he burned the image into his brain, he probably doesn't even need the photo. Like,
Right.
you know, because it's that part of that PTSD. You know, he probably doesn't even realize it that is a massive trigger. I mean, a childhood memory from 1 year old. And why are you holding on to it? If not to feel pain, like the only reason why you're holding on to it is because you want to hurt. You want to grieve, but you can't.
Yeah, the masochistic tendency I'm not familiar with. I mean, I've seen it. I don't understand it.
Well, he's probably like, you know, he still feels like he's that 1 year old helpless, powerless little boy, and there's nothing he can do. He's having this drink poured down his throat. But if he's going to break the cycle, that's part of it.
Yeah, a cycle. Yep, the no contact thing is important when breaking cycles.
Yeah. Well, that's right, because no contact goes more, like when we say no marriage, no cohabitating, no kids, but we also mean like no invading my mind.
Right.
Because that's the scarring effect these abusive people are causing their victims. Is, yeah, you might have gone no contact, you might have left the country, or you might have moved house, or you might have whatever, you might have got a new relationship, but if I can still occupy your mind, then I'm
Right.
not gone. And even if
Right.
I'm dead, you know, like my spirit will haunt you.
Yeah.
So no boundaries, not even for the narcissist. Not even death is a boundary for them. And if they can teach their toxic ways to the children, and the children carry on as a form of legacy, again, the narcissist lives on.
Right.
And then it becomes multi-generational. The same narcissist has managed to cross generations.
Yep. Yeah, that's why, I mean, reading, I remember my mom being very adamant about her mental health diagnosis. I think at one point she said she was bipolar, and like I did some research on it and reading, because she was like, "Oh yeah, it's hereditary, and you're gonna end up just like me." I was like, "No fucking way!" Like I didn't believe it. And then reading literature and them talking about, how they're kind of sure it's hereditary. And then, spending a lot of time in other sciences, and, where environmental impact, the nurturing of a person tends to define somebody's character more than, traits they're born with. I never bought into it. Like, I could see how somebody, though, that believed that, like my sister, for instance, believed that kind of shit. So she perpetuated this bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, it's like self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
This is one of the things that helps define us as actual humans, more than just a biological organism.
Right.
Which can be hard to quantify at times. So we have the ability to rewrite our wiring, as it were, or our programming. Obviously, it comes with work, effort, and commitment, and time, and motivation, etc. The willpower.
Yeah.
But just because someone says, I don't know, like, you're a loser, doesn't mean you are. It means, what do you want to be?
Right. Right. Well, I want to implant many, many, many more mind viruses in some local corporations that are big corporations that are kind of throughout the U.S. So I'm gonna see what I can do. I have some ideas.
The virus is already there. I think it's more like
Some
you're
antivirus. Yes, antivirus. Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure. You have to get a chemist on here, but is it like iodine or something, or whatever it is, like a dye they put in the petri dish to sort of make the cells more easily seen.
Mm-hmm.
So you're shining a spotlight or whatever. You're highlighting.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
With your UV torch, showing them all the sort of piss stains everywhere.
Right. Right. Yeah. I just can't believe how ingrained it is into so many places.
But you understand why, though. It needs to. If this disorder, which is a way of management, it's a form of management, for it to be a successful scheme, then it's going to need to find every area that hasn't been influenced and go fuck it up.
Right.
Because anything that's not been touched, this would be a threat, because it's an element that's beyond control, and these are like control freak people.
Right.
Part of that management is being able to control everything, so they need to get their tentacles in absolutely everywhere, or they need to get their roots. They're trying to plant their roots into the ground, so that, like a weed, you can't just pull them out. They're like stuck in there.
Right.
So if you want to get that out, you're gonna have to dig it out, and you're gonna have to dig deep.
Yeah.
You got to find all the little bits of roots that are left behind and get those as well.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to see how well these crazy bitches can defend themselves on a corporate level against a woman that won't submit. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah. I mean, looking at the sort of trajectory, it's going to implode anyway, regardless if you tamper around and infiltrate or whatever it is you plan to do. But if you can speed up the process, or
Yeah.
then that's
Speed
all
it up.
good.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah. Yep. I plan on shedding some light in some spots. I think they're pretty good spots too. Yeah, this whole diversity, inclusion, equity thing is everywhere. Everywhere.
well, I'm going to get going.
Okay, Billy. Yep, I'm going to end this. Thank you for this, and
Oh.
thank you everybody who came to participate.
No, I think. Well, yeah. Thank you for people who showed their support and showed up and everything. But I think the biggest thanks really is to Angler. Like, thank you, man, for waking up.
Yes. Yes.
It might sound a bit cheesy or corny, but in time, it will make much more sense and relevance why it is a significant step.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was good. I think it was hopefully productive. Hopefully as productive as I imagine it to be. So for sure. All right, I'm going to end this.
Okay.
Everybody, have a good night.